Would you say it's cool to Juul?
Would I say it's cool to Juul? Fuck yeah, it's cool to Juul. I've probably been Juuling for, say, 6 months, maybe 5 months.
I've been Juuling for about like a year and a half.
I've been Juuling for probably about a year.
It would hit me so fast, I'd get like such a big head rush, I'd take like a few hits and I'd be like, yeah.
I get a buzz, which is pleasant. You know, I mean, that's why people get addicted to cigarettes, because they like the buzz. So yeah, I like the buzz from a Juul.
Well, in the beginning, it was amazing. Honestly, I feel like it's the heroin of e-cigarettes. At first, you would take a couple puffs and then you would be like, whoa, like I'm like about to pass out. I feel all lightheaded, it feels great. Now, I don't really know the difference between breathing and Juuling.
Yeah, it's usually if I come back right from class, I'll do it, and then maybe like hanging out after my homework, I'll Juul.
It was something really cool, and I think for initial people who don't really smoke and they kind of want to smoke but they don't want to vape or they don't want to smoke cigarettes, like Juul's a cool, like nice middle ground. And honestly, the product just looks so slick, so nice and smooth to me. I have it in my pocket, literally. Look at that, you know, get that on camera. I mean, that's just, come on. That looks really slick. That looks really nice.
For me, or at least where I come from, vaping's like very lame. Like, you're just gonna get made fun of if you say that you vape. And I feel like the buzz that you get from the Juul is so much stronger than a vape that they feel like different things. Like, I wouldn't say that I vape, I would, you know, say that I Juul.
I think there are some people that do glorify Juuls and think that it's cool, and they just like to be that guy at the party with the Juul and everyone else is asking them for a hit.
I mean, I guess there is like this attitude around it that makes it seem like it's like a really cool thing to have a Juul, and like when you go to parties, everybody asks you if they can like hit the Juul. I ran to this smoke shop like half a mile to a mile away, and like I don't run for anything, but I ran for the Juul. Anything for the Juul, I live for it.
I also just Juul because it's like more discreet. It's like more portable. Not because it's like, I think it's healthier. I don't really think it's healthier.
Cigarettes have tobacco in them, and you have to go outside to smoke. And I think they're like in general worse for you and not as much like fun.
E-cigarettes were designed initially as a way to assist patients in weaning themselves off traditional cigarettes. I would say it's just like any other substance that you put in your body, certainly any other drug, and so the more you use, the more the potential harmful effects are.
I go through 1 pod a week. Probably on the lighter side of Juulers.
Day? I couldn't answer that. Like each puff or like pod?
How many pods would you say you go through?
About 1 pod a day.
1 or 1.5 a day. And
so what's the cigarette equivalent?
so that's a pack of cigarettes a day.
The juice in e-cigarettes contains a mixture of polyethylene glycol, nicotine, and also various flavoring agents, which are often based in sugar or other chemicals. The FDA has not defined a generally recognized safe quantity of these chemicals. When the mixture is heated up, it produces compounds such as carbenols and formaldehyde and acrolein. And all of these compounds are known to be carcinogenic in mice and in other models.
If you hit it, And even does this, look. Does like this cool design and stuff. And everyone like looked at that and thought, oh my God, this is so sick. And because there's no actual medical research on it, at least to my knowledge, like everyone's like, oh, it must be safe for you.
E-cigarettes can also cause vasoconstriction. Vasoconstriction can impede blood flow to various organs. And of course, we're always concerned about impeding blood flow to the brain because that can cause cognitive deficits.
Even though everybody thinks that nicotine's harmless, I know that there is some impact to you. And also the fact that I'm inhaling smoke is not healthy in general, I would say.
You can almost get a chemical burn to the lungs, but what happens is that when you inhale a high temperature vapor, even a water vapor, certainly a flavored vapor, it's irritating to the lungs become inflamed, and eventually over time that can lead to scar tissue in the lungs. There's something called popcorn lungs because on an x-ray or a CAT scan you can see little areas of scar tissue or fibrosis that looks similar to popcorn. So it is somewhat dose dependent, but even at low doses, these chemicals are probably not very good for you.
Right now, we are at a point where there isn't much research on the Juul, so it could come back to bite us in the butt in like 50 years. I'd rather be seen not Juuling, but especially if I'm out at a party, I just really want, it sounds cliche, but I just really want to get buzzed. It's not a good thing.
I don't know when I'm gonna stop, and that's the problem, is that it's kind of a phase, but at the same time I am addicted to it, so I don't know when I'm going to wean myself off the Juul. And that can be kind of scary, but I just kind of push it out of my mind. I'm like, I'm good for now, I'm in college.
You know, it sucks to know that you're addicted to something and you can't really get out of it, and you try to, and you always say, oh, maybe I'll take a little break, maybe I'll stop, but it doesn't really stop.
I would say I'm addicted to the Juul. I originally picked it up to quit cigarettes, but I think it was easier to quit cigarettes than it is to quit the Juul. I just wish I hadn't started Juuling. But I'm glad I stopped smoking cigarettes. It's kind of a weird place to be in.